He's a genius within his own rights. Would you welcome on guitar the talented Joe Pass?
So chances are, if you've been in the jazz guitar scene for any amount of time, you might have heard the name Joe Pass. Joe Pass? Pass or pass? Hold on, give me a second.
Joe Pass.
Pass. Okay. Maybe it's his accent, but I'm gonna go with pass. Okay. So if you've been in the scene for any amount of time, you might have heard the name Joe Pass come up. Or not, because I hadn't. I looked at him up on a website. Now, he has had the influence on the whole genre for guitar players, and he is a very, very talented performer. And today we will be going over the life and times of Mr. Joe Pass. Joseph Anthony Jacoby Passalacqua was born in New Brunswick, New Jersey, January 13th, 1929. His father was a steel mill worker who had moved from Sicily to the US. Soon after he was born, they moved up to Jonestown, Pennsylvania. Pass's interest in guitar was gained when he saw a movie featuring something guitar. I'm not sure what it was. He saw a movie. I'll put it up. It's there. Oh yeah. I remember that one. It's classic. He got his first guitar when he was 9 and did lessons every Sunday with a teacher. He found performance as early as 14 years old and played in a few bands featuring a few members, which gave him the ability to learn the ropes of the music industry, as well as fine-tune and hone his skills as a jazz guitarist. Can I remember everything? Can James remember everything? Find out next Sunday. He played with a few small jazz groups and eventually moved from Pennsylvania to New York City. Now, while in New York, Pass got a few little addictions. Like a little friend. Everyone welcome my little friend, Mr. Heroin. No. He was a friend of pretty much every music artist at the time. He was a very popular friend. He was also friends with Mr. Pass, and they had a very interesting relationship. After New York, Mr. Pass moved to New Orleans, where he played in some strip clubs and stuff. So yeah, Little Mr. Heroin was not so good of an influence after all. Pass later revealed to Rolling Stone magazine that he had suffered a nervous breakdown in New Orleans because he had access to every single drug available and he would be up for days. He would then come to New York a lot and then get stung out and leave. That is a quote, and I probably put it up there. He spent a lot of the 1950s pretty drugged up. He was in and out of prison very often due to drug relations and stuff. And he stated to Rolling Stone magazine that staying high was my first priority. Playing was second, girls were third. But the first thing really took all my energy. Good thing though, is that he had the courage to break up with Mr. Heroin by doing 2 or 3 years? 2.5 year stay in a rehabilitation program. So I'm very tired and I want to get this video done with, so let's do it.
Round 1. Fight!
Pass recorded a series of albums during the 1960s for Pacific Jazz Records, including Catch Me, 12-string guitar, For Django, and Simplicity. In 1963, he received Downbeat Magazine's New Star Award. He also played Pacific Jazz recordings by Gerald Wilson, Bud Shark, and Les McCain. He toured with George Shearing in 1965 during the 60s. He did mostly TV recording session work in Los Angeles. Norman Granz, the producer of jazz and Norman Granz, the producer of jazz at the Philharmonic and founder of Verve Records. I can't. This is not working. Founder of Verve Records, signed Pass to Pablo Records in December 1973. In 1974, Pass released his solo album Virtuoso and Pablo. Speed. I'm like, dream. Pass was diagnosed with liver cancer in 1992. Although initially responsive to the treatment and continued to play on into 1993, his health eventually declined, forcing him to cancel his tour with Pepe Romero, Paco Pena, and Leo Corteque. Pass performed for the final time on May 7th, 1994, with fellow guitarist John Pisano at a nightclub in Los Angeles. Rest in peace. Wait, no, he didn't die yet. In 1994, Mr. Pass died from liver cancer in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 65.
3,
Rest in peace. Now that's
1.
And that was the speed round. How did you all do? Because I am currently in severe pain and am dying on the inside. Legacy. New York Magazine wrote about Pass that he looks like someone's uncle and plays guitar like nobody's business, which is very appropriate if you've ever heard his guitar, which you have. And how do I know that? Well, if you've been paying any amount of attention, you would have noticed that I have actually, in the background of this video, I have been playing his music as if this video wasn't grounds for copyright enough. I have been playing clips and stuff that I found on the internet. I hope, if I haven't, this bit does not make any sense. He almost popularized the playing of the bass of the song along with the melody, which is a very big
What is going on, schmungluses? It's nighttime, if you can't tell, and a new day, because of a new shirt, and a new me, with a not great mindset right now, because it is late, and I need to do this representation of what Mr. Joe Pass has done. One of the things, he's done a lot of things. I'm not going to discredit the man. And this might be bad because it's the first time I've ever looked at one of this sort of thing. So it's a moving bass line, which is just the... Oh, so you got like a moving bass, so it goes... You know? I'm going to demonstrate that. And I can't turn on my amp or anything because it is late, as I have previously mentioned, and I want to get this video in maybe under the 2 minutes. So I'm going to go just right now. And it's going to be bad. And it sounds like I'm forcing it just because of how hard I have to hit it to make a sound, so the mic can pick up. I'm sorry if it sounds like forced and noobish, I don't know. I'm gonna go to bed.
Let me do a funny. I'm doing a funny. This is a funny. That wasn't me. Ignore that. I'm like, oh my god, he did the Fortnite. Oh, I'm insane. Have a nice night.